I guess. Yeah. Okay, so I guess from what we were doing last time, we had this wall open with head holes. We had this wall right here reinforced, and we had, I think it was a smoke playing here to hold the cross, to help the person that is sitting at this wall right here. Another option is to reinforce this just to give the person inside more room to play with if they think they need it, and then you can get... You gotta be a little more careful because when you cross right here now, you'll have this angle, but if you can quickly cross, you can still help your teammate, and you can play back, and you can play around this pillar for a little bit of cover and help this way. Or you could just stick to what we're doing, reinforce this wall, open up that wall. Either or, whatever we want to do. You're still gonna have someone in charge of offices, and they're gonna have a rotate right here to contest the east walk-up. Just to apply some pressure, not trying to like get a pick or anything, just make them try and work for it. You're also gonna have an Azami pulling on these stairs. Ideally, Azami is not the first ban. If it is, then someone with a gadget, like trap gadget, like Ella or some shit, could play this. But ideally, you have Azami, so you can throw your Kibas here. Just to give you more vertical height from this doorway, you can throw them down below to help you block off down below. If they start pushing down below, I would just try and give it up. I would like start throwing here, then throwing at the door and trying to get across. Once you get to here, not a lot of risk. You just get help from your teammate and you can just crawl back. I'm a 3-arm right now, so this is ridiculously slow, but either way, you should be able to just crawl back for free. You're gonna have a mute station in break room. You have the C4 that you can throw here. You have the C4 you can throw out the windows. You have a shotgun for anyone rocking in, which is big. You got to be careful of that window right there. That is your biggest concern. But you're in charge of basically waiting room all the way over to break here, and you can back up. This is your way out. You back up here, play the door. You help your teammate here if they need it. Yeah, you can come across, play these head holes a little bit if you want. You will have someone playing security with you as well. Someone will just tuck up right here. Their main focus is to just try and keep them from pushing into this section right here. So they kind of just sit tight. They don't really have to peek the person door unless they're trying to like help your mute, play off your mute. And then, let me tear this down. You're gonna have one of your anchors in B. You're gonna have a rotate here, no reinforcements. If you reinforce one side or the other, I think we abused or tried to abuse it with the Monty plant. But this will prevent it, and it will also allow for someone to play just kind of really nicely, dance around this area right here. And you get to just put this between yourself and the enemy. You don't really ever want to peek to where they can be repelling, so like right here, this is too far. Like you never want to be going like this. You just kind of want to sit in this area. You can kind of like peek a little bit, but just keep them out of this area. They can have this whole walkway past like here on. That's totally fine. Just don't try and keep them from getting in here. You have footholes right here, so it helps the person that's tucked in the corner see over here to help you, and it will also help you contest anyone jumping in CC to try and kill your security player. So that's your goal. And then your last person, I think I started here, but we'll be playing in archives. A smoke is really good for here because you can just throw it like right at the door to stop the plant. You got to make sure you put it above the door. If you throw it too far against the wall here, it will not hit the player planting at the door. And if you throw it and it hits this right here, it will not make it to the other side of it and they can get the plant. So you have to make sure. I would throw it at the red, because if it's at the red, no one can like shoot it from this window. It gets blocked, and then it will just go down and stop the plant here as your smoke player. So you're gonna have your Azami there. You're gonna have your smoke player here. You're gonna have maybe a DMR here. You could have like a tuber out in case they try and get this wall open, stall for as much time as possible. A Rooney maybe, a Cade with shotgun could be good there. You could open the footholes with the shotgun. You get the wall reinforced. Probably makes most sense to do a Cade, but you do have other options. You're gonna have Zombie top east. Your mute is gonna play and break, And then like a Legion is good for security because you can put goos on your jumping, which is the big thing, is you just want to make him scared of jumping in that window. So you force him into this direction, you force the crossfire between your side player and you. If they do go the window, he still can help you a little bit. They'll get a little cover on the jump in, but if they start pushing you, he gets the kill. Your mute is also over here, can try and help get the kill or at least apply pressure so you can peek. If they start walking with a Monty, you have the cross between these two people, but if you have to like give it up, you guys have your ways out. You have this right here, you have this right here. You can just come to Fountain. This section right here, this is like center for everyone. Like your side player could come help, your east player could back up and play this, your security player could back up and play this, and your break room player can back up and play this if needed. Like let's say your east player gets picked and now they're pressuring your mute can try and back up and then they can just sit 90 and they can just hold this right here so they can't walk through this door and kill your security player, and you stall for even more time that way. You have the shotgun for if anyone tries actually peeking you at 90, you can just peek out and fry him. So you got a lot of options here. The biggest concern is your east player getting picked early. You gotta be ready to prepare for that. Your east player, well, ideally, if it's in zombie, just make themselves known again, and then just try and get out with the Kiba barriers. Once they get out with the Kiba barriers, I would move to here and just tuck up. If you have the Legion security at the start of the round, they can give you goos for your jump in, so you can have a little something for if they jump in on you. Also, if your smoke is a side player here, then they can throw one over to help. Or stall for time, but that is pretty much the whole Bordy's upstairs. This should never be reinforced, because if you reinforce this, they could plant for free. Now, if it's open, your person playing, anyone playing over here in this section, you have this half wall, you get a nice angle right here. Your teammate right here can get an angle on someone jumping in the window to hold the window. So just a lot of options here. I guess the biggest thing is right here. If you're gonna try and cross, I would sprint and then just kind of go like this. Like right here, most people probably won't be ready for a gunfight with you right here, like at the door. Like when people push the site, they're not gonna be like sitting or like prone like this waiting for you. Like this is a horrible place for them to take a gunfight, really easy for this person to get picked. So most of the time if they're gonna go for it, they're gonna tuck up like this and just try and walk in. So standing in the middle of sight, like right here, should be a little easier than you'd think it would be. But that should be Bordy's upstairs in a nutshell.